Wednesday, November 29th of 2017 at 6:30. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming. There's been some minor changes to the agenda, which I'm sure you have seen. On the number 3, public comments will be at the beginning of the meeting, not at the end. So if there's any public comments when that comes up, we will entertain those public comments. So we are at public comments at this point. Anybody have any public comments? No public comments. Excellent, moving on. Meeting minutes, 10/2/2017.
Mr. Chairman, I move to table the minutes of 10/2/17 as we're lacking a quorum for
Understood.
approval.
Okay, we're moving 10/2. 10/10/2017.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to approve the minutes of 10/10/17, 10/16/17, and 10/24/17 as written.
Okay, I have a motion for 10/10, 10/16, and 10/24 as written. Have a second?
Second on 10:10 and 10:24, but I have to abstain on 10:16. I was absent.
Understood. Thank you so much.
So then, Mr. Chairman, I rescind that motion.
No,
I'll amend it. We'll do it one at a time.
Okay.
Might want to, yeah.
Yeah. I make a motion to approve the minutes of 10/10/17.
Second.
I have a motion, second. Any discussion? I see none.
Yes.
Kim? Drew?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well.
I motion to approve the minutes of 10/16/17.
Motion for 10/16/17. Do you have a second?
You can,
Second.
You can second.
I can second.
in the
can't I?
absence of a
You
second,
can
yep.
second.
I can second. I'll second that. Any discussion? See none. Kim?
Yes.
Julie?
Abstain.
And I vote yes as well.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the minutes of 10/24/17 as written.
10/24/17 as written. Have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? See none. Kim?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
I vote yes as well. Going to executive session minutes on 3/7/2016.
Copies of those.
Let me see these real quick. I actually have these attached, I don't believe, in my packet.
Yeah, I didn't have them attached either.
No, they
so
were
I
sent to
wasn't
you
able to
separate.
review 'em.
Those we don't put in the packet.
Nope.
Oh,
Because
right.
we put the
Not even ours
package,
anymore?
No.
we put the package up online, so we have to separate out the executive session minutes and send you those in a separate
Okay.
email.
Were those sent today, or?
No, they sent last week.
Sent last
Oh,
week.
I don't believe
We
I
send you the
received-
link for the full package, and then we send you the executive session minutes separately.
Separate.
Otherwise, we would be exposing them to the full community before you voted whether or not to approve them and release them.
I've read them, but I know for a fact I can't vote on the first 4.
Want to put them off to the next meeting?
Yep, please do.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, table those, so that- put them off to the next meeting, would be great.
Let's see that email.
New business, announcement introductions, the annual tree lighting and new employees. Is Alan Mayo here? Or-
Alan's on vacation, I believe.
Oh, he is?
I don't
Okay.
know if he's in town or if he's out of town.
Is this the film?
Yeah.
If you would stand up and introduce yourself for the
I'm
board,
John
please,
Kelly.
since Alan isn't here to do it.
No, well, I was wondering how that was gonna work. Yeah, I'm the new employee of the town, Templeton, for the highway department. I'm a full-time employee now. I have acquired my CDL.
John joined us earlier this summer as a seasonal.
Yep.
And was trained and worked, were you with Dave Smart?
Yes,
primarily?
they had me driving, yes.
Mentored by Dave Smart, taught,
Wow.
got his CDL late last month at the very
I
end,
got it at the beginning of November, yes.
beginning of November, the month, and is now with us on a regular basis.
Perfect.
Great.
Well, congratulations on the CDL and welcome.
Thank you very much. And I will have my hydraulics and my other licenses in January, because December's kind of a hard thing to get appointments.
And-
And I would like to say, we do have another new employee,
Yep.
Matt, and he would have been here tonight, but we got late notice of this, and he does live out of town, and he has children, single dad.
Yep.
Wasn't able to come, but he said the next one he'd be.
He'll be here at your next regular.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
the next regular one, he'll
Great.
make it, but, he apologized he couldn't make it.
And thank you for accommodating the change in schedule.
Yeah, and I hate to leave here early, but I have to go get a Christmas tree with my grandson tonight. Priorities are priorities, and,
Absolutely.
I have met you all before, and, it's a pleasure to work for the town. I'm glad that, I was chosen, and everything's going good, and I'm sure Al, if he was here, we got a good crew.
And the approach that we used, while challenging, given the labor market, worked out well for us. And,
Good.
We look forward to good continued service.
It's nice to come here and not have to move a desk.
That's good. Well, thank you so much, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
Yep.
Always a pleasure.
All right.
Good afternoon, evening.
And, Mr. Chairman, we have in the administrator's weekly memo, I don't know if you want to read it into the record for the camera and the citizenry, the schedule for the Jack Frost Festival and tree lighting. That's item 5A, just below the bolded
Yeah, I see that.
section.
The Jack Frost Festival and tree lighting will start from Templeton Center at 4:30 PM and then move along to East Templeton at 5 PM, Otter River at 5:30 PM, and Baldenville Center at 6 PM. And that will be the Jack Frost Festival.
When is that? What is the date of that?
The date of that is this coming Sunday, I believe.
It is.
December 2nd, correct?
Yeah.
3rd?
It will be December 3rd. And obviously, the parade and the Jack Frost individuals, they like the select board to march in the parade, so if you're willing to partake in the ceremony, and obviously with the tree lighting as well. And I believe the parade's I think it's at 4. I think the parade starts at 4, but I'll double check that.
What's the date of this again?
December 3rd, Sunday. Thank you, Mr. Tenzini, I appreciate that. Okay, moving on to transfer of Class 3 licenses to JL Auto Parts to USA Auto Recycling and Inc.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the transfer title, Class 3 license from JL Auto Parts to USA Auto Recycling, Inc.
Okay, I have a motion, I have a second.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? I see none. Cameron?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. Annual license renewals.
Mr. Chairman, I motion to approve all licenses as listed, provided inspection are satisfactory and taxes are paid per the bylaw of Templeton.
Okay, so I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion, second. Any other discussion? I see none. Cam?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. Appointment to the Montachusett Joint Transportation Committee.
Mr. Chairman, since Alan Mayo's not here, I guess he's gonna be voluntold. To my understanding, Carter, he is in favor of this?
Yes, it
Okay.
was this is being done at his request.
Okay. Just wanted to make certain. Let's see. I move to appoint Alan Mayo as a town representative to the Montachusett Joint Transportation Committee with a term ending June 30th, 2018.
Okay, motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion concerning Mr. Mayo and the Joint Transportation Committee? I see none. Cam?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
I vote yes as well. Narragansett Rural School District Reorganization Advisory Committee. Mr. Tenzini, what was that?
This is a committee being established by the district to review the plan for reorganization of classes based upon the new school construction, and to revisit the plan given the passage of time. You can see the breakdown there as to who's on it. Town administrator from each community as ex officio, and we need a representative from the select board. We did inquire whether or not it could be someone else as long as it was designated by the select board. We didn't receive a response as of yet, so the safest thing truly would be to designate a member of the select board.
Mr.
to
Chairman,
sit
I'd
on
like to
this.
volunteer for this position.
As would I.
If you want, oh, by all means,
Okay,
take
that'll
it.
be good. Okay,
Although, I wonder, do they need to know sooner than later? Only because I know Diane's very involved with a
This is-
lot of that as well, so, and she's absent tonight.
Let me take a quick look at the letter, if I might.
I don't think they gave a date.
They are asking for a appointment by December 11, 2017, if I read their letter correctly. So your next business meeting is the evening of December 11, 2017.
1, 2, 3.
So a strict reading of the letter would say that an appointment
sure?
the following morning would technically be too late based upon what they've asked for.
Okay.
I'm not sure that they would, proceed without you, but as I say, a strict reading
No, I'm just
would
gonna do it,
be,
but I think you are going to volunteer.
would not be in keeping with their letter.
If you really
Okay.
want it, go for it. It's your call.
Which one of you want to volunteer?
We're fighting over it. in
I can
one
see that.
hour.
I can see that. I'm not gonna do rock, paper, scissors, so which one?
All right, Mr. Chairman, I move to appoint Julie Richards as the Select Board representative on the
Okay,
NRSD
I-
District Reorganization Advisory Committee.
Excellent. I'll second that.
So you have voluntold.
Any other discussion? See none, Kim?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. Did you get that?
Oh,
Okay. Letter to the Phillipston regarding the joint Board of Selectmen meeting, Mr. Tanzini?
This is something I would encourage you to do annually, one year you going over there, one year them coming here, but this draft letter is a request to have a joint meeting to discuss subject matters that would be in your mutual interest, possibly expanding current joint efforts. We do have the dispatch, our interest in moving the date of the town election, a discussion of the budget timeline of the regional school district. The superintendent's doing his best to meet our target goals, but you may want to discuss trying to harden them up with an amendment to the regional district. And just having the two boards meet once a year, I think, can help improve information flow and perhaps find opportunities for cooperation in your mutual interests.
Great, okay.
Mr. Chairman, I move to send the letter to Phillipston Board of Selectmen as drafted in our package, provided it is amended to be signed by the chair of the Select Board.
Okay, I have a motion, have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? See none? Kim?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
I vote yes as well. Letter to our Campos and the ConCom?
Mr. Chairman, I move to send the letter to Richard A. Campos as drafted in our package, provided it is amended to be signed by the chair on behalf of the board, and direct the town administrator to proceed to have the refund reference therein processed at first opportunity.
Great, I have a motion, have a second?
Second.
Motion second, any other discussion?
Yeah, I just want to make notion that to have you sign this is due to the fact that there's not a full board here, so we don't want to send these letters out with only 3 signatures,
Understood.
giving the wrong message.
I got you. Okay, any other discussion? See none? Kim?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
I vote yes as well. Regarding 19 revenue and budget guidelines, Mr. Tanzini?
The only thing that I want to draw to your attention subject to any other changes you might like in the materials, is that the schedule calls for the convention of the committees. We did have one last year. I didn't know if you wanted to try that again this year. If you do, I'll leave it on the schedule, and we can talk about a date Monday night that'll work. If that's not something that you want to try again, then I can go ahead and take it off the schedule before I even send this thing out. And be happy to answer any other questions on any of the materials to account for any changes you might wish me to make.
Do you guys have anything?
It looks good to me.
Yeah,
Okay, you guys are in favor?
I am.
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I move to approve the FY19 revenues and budget guidance as drafted in our package and set the date of, Mr. Chairman, do you know what is the particular date?
What's the date that you want to,
The convention of the committees, that's really something y'all need to talk about. We are coming into the holiday season. If you want, we can defer that to Monday night when you might have more members of the board present.
Sure.
And an opportunity to think about some dates that might work for you, let's say after January 1, so folks can get through the holiday season.
okay.
Will you add that to the agenda for?
Would you like to, Mr. Chairman, would you like to pick a date tentative so that if there is qualm about the date, we can have discussion with more members next time, and if it doesn't work, we can,
So,
Like the date in January?
yeah, so we,
January 15?
so if we motion for a tentative date of January 15th, that if we have no further discussion on this, it's assumed to be held at January 15th.
That sounds good.
January 15 is a holiday.
That's Martin Luther King Day.
January 16?
Which is a Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Let me check my calendar real quick.
I'm good with 16, January
I
16.
have no issue with the 16th either.
I'm good.
Okay, so let's tentatively put January 16th.
All right.
And then I'll work with you on a little bit more of an agenda, so we have a little bit more of a structured setting.
Okay.
Perhaps than we had last year.
So if I can reread that motion, I move to approve the FY19 revenues and budget guidance as drafted in our package and set the date of January 16th tentatively for the annual convention of the committees.
So you'll need to slip that.
Have a motion, have a second?
Second,
Any other discussion? See none, Cam?
Yes.
Julie?
yes.
I vote yes as well. Request proposal for legal services. Mr. Tanzini.
Mr. Chairman, this was on the agenda earlier in the year. We've had some continuing conversations, and we have members of the board who's spoken to me, and I believe that it is time to take a look out there to see what other services might be available to us from a budgetary and a response time and a philosophy approach. We did have a reach out from Attorney Durensis. He's asked for more of a sit-down. If you would like me to sit down with him one-on-one and give him a more detailed introspective of the reasons for this, be happy to do that. Otherwise, I would request that you authorize me to issue the request for proposals as drafted.
So moved.
Do I have a
Second.
Right. Any other discussion? See none, Cam?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
I vote yes as well. Right to first refusal, 18-day mill drive. That's,
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
I move to waive the right of first refusal to purchase the property owned by Nicole Kennedy located at 18 Daymills Drive as identified in the letter from the CHPA dated October 16th, 2017.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second,
Do I have any other discussion? see none. Cam?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
I vote yes as well. Mayor Hawks and DiNatale's Monty Tech District Agreement. He put out a second letter this year. He did this last year too, didn't he?
They did, and the response of the school committee was that they were not going to reopen the district agreement, so attached to the mayor's letter is one from you all, proposal letter from you all to the chairman of the school committee, supportive of the letter of Mayor Hawke and Mayor DiNatale, and pointing out that amongst all the other issues in need of updating is the fact that it still refers to them delivering to us their budget estimates on dates that were geared to the calendar year
Not the fiscal
cycle,
year.
which hasn't existed since the early 1970s. So if this letter, as you might amend it, is agreeable to you, we would send it to the district, to the two mayors, and to everyone that was on their carbon copy list, plus a few others that we might make note of as we review that list.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman?
yes.
I move to send a letter to the School Committee of Montachusett Regional Vocation and Technical School District as drafted in our package, provided that it is amended to be signed by the chairman on behalf of the board.
Okay, a motion of a second.
Second.
Any other discussion? See none. Cam?
Yes.
Julie?
Yes.
I vote yes as well. Referral to the workshop, proposed amendment for financial management policies and employee recognition program. Do you want to touch on those, Mr. Tenzini?
Very briefly, there's been a question, the financial management policies conflict with some prior policies that were adopted. There should have been a superiority clause, that is, or a precedent clause. So we're simply adding a section to state that wherever there's a conflict between this and a prior policy, this is the one that governs.
Understood.
Rather than trying to hunt everything down, because we very well might miss something. The second is, we've spoken with you about a desire to try to do more to recognize the excellence work of our employees, particularly those that excel. And so Eric was tasked with coming up with a proposal, which he's done, and we would talk with you in some detail about that Monday night.
Okay. Great. Any old business?
Yeah, I was wondering if we could get a referral to, actually, you know, we'll take that one at a time. I was gonna say, could we get the selectmen policies brought back, the scholarship policies, and then the, I think you said you wanted to get the lapel pin policy on there as well.
Yeah, that's on for Monday.
Okay, I just wanna make sure, selectmen policies may be too much at this time, maybe we can defer that to
We've
another.
got 12 items at this point,
Yeah.
some of which have some real meat to them.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll defer
But
that.
certainly, for the next workshop, we'll make sure that the selectmen's operating procedures, what was the other one that you just mentioned? I'm sorry.
Hell.
It was lapel and the
That's
scholarship.
on for Monday night.
Scholarship.
The scholarship, okay,
Scholarship.
so we'll work on those two.
That should be a real quick one.
Yep.
I mean, it's a single draft document, two separate
Okay,
documents.
we'll
so-
with you on that one.
Yep.
Getting those two.
Yeah, I can send you those, they're
January.
all set right now anyway, so.
Okay. Do they have, did you send a copy to, you have your draft? Do you have your draft?
Yeah, I have my drafts,
Can you send it to Holly?
Yeah.
I'd like to take a peek at it anyways, just to see it.
certainly.
That'd be great.
And then if maybe we could reach out to, is it Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
He's the chairman of the.
Yep.
Yep.
We could reach out to him, maybe we could invite him to the discussion.
Okay, when we have that on the agenda?
Yep.
January.
Okay. Great. I'll, work with Holly on that. Anything else?
Mr. Chairman, I don't have anything.
Right, okay, Julie, you got anything?
I don't, all set.
Okay, board and staff member comments and reports,
I have nothing this evening. Mr.
fantastic.
Chairman.
Do we need to go to an executive session?
I have nothing for you this evening. Mr. Chairman.
Fantastic, I have a motion to adjourn,
So moved.
so have a second,
Second.
any other discussion? See none, Cam? Cam,
Holly would,
Julie? Julie?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well, thank you all for coming.